And Peristeri Lenovo Tenerife tipping off at 6:30, just like Herzliya and Rytas Vilnius, who will also be trading blows at the same time. So Lenovo Tenerife, the defending champions, coming in here to spoil the party, so to speak, for Peristeri. And this is a Peristeri team that no doubt has bolstered its chances when you look at their lineup. As we look at the current standings, Peristeri and Lenovo Tenerife up at the top, both at 1-0 after winning their only game in the competition. But this is a Peristeri team, again, that is going to be difficult to beat. Sylvain Francisco played in Spain last year for Manresa, a team that got all the way to the final before falling to this Lenovo Tenerife team. And Peristeri, well, what can you say? What you have to like about what they can do. Marcus Denman, terrific shooting guard in this team. Leonidas Kastelakis, the Greece international. We talked about Francisco. But let's look at Lenovo Tenerife. Jaime Fernandez, who just won a Eurobasket title with Spain. Sergio Rodriguez, Bruno Fittipaldo, Marcelinho Huertas, the legend. Cesar Saline, the legend, the all-time three-point shooter in this competition. Musa Diang, John Sastre, Gorgi Shermadini, all the way down to Aaron Dornekamp. This is a team that is built not just to win and to advance to get to the playoffs. It's a team that has the highest of expectations, and that's to go all the way. Don't forget they've got Tim Abramitis back in their team now, along with Elgin Cook, Ivan Cruz, and well, Frank Guerra, and don't forget Chus Vitoretta, who has won a couple of titles at the helm of this Lenovo Tenerife team. Shakur Justin, Miro Bilan, Francisco Dimitris Moraitis, Alexa Radonov, Stelios Polianitis, Marcus Denman, Leonidas Kastelakis, Devin Davis, one of the main players, Georgios Kazoulis, and it is, again, Peristeri team that's very excited about its possibilities this year. And perhaps it takes some of the pressure off of them, knowing that most of the attention is going on Spanoulis as the coach. Spanoulis played for so many years, and I think it's probably, you know, his exploits, his fame is not lost on these Tenerife players as they come out and are introduced. Tenerife flying high already at the top with 4 wins in as many games in Spain, and they started things off with their big win in the Basketball Champions League. So Cook as well, again, one of the newcomers to this team, and a player that I think is, well, he's certainly bolstered this Tenerife team following the departure of Kyle Wiltshire. And no game is easy in the Basketball Champions League, and Tenerife will know that, hey, they've won this competition a couple of times, including the last edition, but every season is different, and Peristeri have come out and look like a team already that's capable of doing some damage, and they will get the supreme test tonight at home against the defending champions. So they won their first game 86-70, did Peristeri. That was back on October 3rd against Bnei Ofek Dist Herzliya, and it was an impressive showing by Spanoulis and his team. Spanoulis all decked out, shakes hands with Chus Vitoretta. Vitoretta going smart cash tonight. Navy, well, not navy, but a blue suit, no tie, and feeling relaxed as his team comes out to meet Peristeri. Well, whenever you have Greek clubs and Spanish clubs take on each other, you know it's going to be entertaining. They've played so many great games over the years in various club competitions, and that man right there was a part of so many as a player, primarily with Olympiacos over the years, and a team that beat his Peristeri last time out in Greece. So Spanoulis, I don't think too many people were talking about him in terms of the coaching profession while he was playing because he was such a good player. They're all focused on his abilities as a scorer, as you know, being able to put the ball on the deck, get to the basket, but primarily his perimeter game, his ability to control games. He played so many years for Greece's national team. Of course, his first Olympics, 2004, also played 2008, and famously had the team high 22 points against the USA in the semifinals of the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Japan, a game that Greece won that a lot of people would consider the most famous win in Greek basketball history, although I guess you'd have to say winning a couple of Eurobaskets as well over the former Soviet Union and also Germany rank right up there with them. But Greece's national team, certainly Spanoulis made his mark with them. Referees tonight, we've got a good crew, and they're lining up here. So we've got Wojciech Liszka from Poland in the middle, the crew chief, Michael Prok from Poland on the left, and Zafer Yilmaz from Turkey on the right. Well, the aim is to finish top of the group so you can go straight to the round of 16. This Lenovo Tenerife team starting tonight with Marcelinho Huertas, Sasu Salin, Musa Dian, Elgin Cook, and Aaron Dornekamp. And Vidareta is starting on the bench. Chus Vidareta, Jesus Vidareta, the savior of this team, some might say. I mean, the way he's certainly pulled the strings over the years, you can't take issue with the job that he's done. He did leave for a season to go to Valencia Basket, but then returned the following year. But he's had a great team. Miro Bilan, Alexa Radonov, Stelios Polianides, and Marcus Denman also in that starting five for Spanoulis. Spanoulis played for so many great coaches over the years. Also had a spell, albeit probably not successful, although I'm not sure he ever got a real fair shake in the NBA. That's how good he was. He was able to find his way over to the Houston Rockets and just decided, you know what, he was getting the fair shake in Europe and decided to come back, and that's where he spent his career, or the majority of his career. So Peristeri will play this game, and then they will go up against Rytas Vilnius next week. They've never won against Tenerife. They went 0-2 back in the 2019-2020 season, and you can see that Bilan is busy making headway in the all-time Basketball Champions League scoring charts, just as that man, in fact, is Giorgio Shermadini, who could be the fourth all-time leading scorer tonight. Here you go on a 12-game winning streak dating back to last season, Lenovo Tenerife, which is the longest in Basketball Champions League history. Shermadini scored a total of 699 points, tied with Tony Taylor as the fifth all-time top scorer. He needs 8 more to overtake Kevin Punter in fourth place. Good evening from Athens, Greece. This is the Basketball Champions League. It's game day 2, and it's the battle between Peristeri and Lenovo Tenerife. And Bilan backs his way down low, follows up the miss, and puts it up and in. And you know the instructions from Spanulis. Let's see what they got inside. And Miro Bilan already giving Chus Vidaretta something to think about. Not starting Shermadini. Salim hands it off to Diang, and he is blocked as he gets in, but is fouled. So Devin Davis called for the foul. Let's have a look. He goes up, and yeah, he got him on the right arm. Diang's getting ready to go out and attempt his first. And is unsuccessful. Takes his time. And does indeed make the second. So gets his team off the snide. So Moussa Diagne with just the 1 of 2 effort, but Peristeri leading it 2-1. It's early. Bilan passes it back outside. 3-pointer. Good. So Radonov getting his first basket. Miro Bilan with the assist. And now the ball goes off of Marcelinho Huertas and out of bounds. Huertas also closing in on a little bit of history today. If he can get his 5 assists, he'll be the all-time leading assist leader in the Basketball Champions League. But that was a turnover, so Peristeri with the 5-1 lead and a chance to extend it. Denman over to Davis. Poulinadis back outside. Shot clock winding down, and Denman with a little runner, and Bilan couldn't quite control it, but the ball batted over to Davis, and another chance for Peristeri. Shot clock winding down again. Radonov into the corner, well, just in that direction, and bearing the mid-range jump shot was Marcus Denman. Dornicamp fouled as he crosses midcourt. Poulinadis guilty of the infraction. Huertas over to Dornicamp, left open, and just a little long. Well, it's only a regular season game, but it would be a famous scalp for Spanulis and Peristeri if they could get the win against the defending champions today, and they'd given themselves the ideal platform here at home. A 7-1 lead to start things off. Marcelinho Huertas, a little bit long, gets it back, puts it up just right at the free throw line and makes it. We'll see if that gets him into the flow. Here goes Denman again. And Diagne going for the steal. Ball goes off of him. There's Denman again. A little bit of bother. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They get it. They try to get it to Ballon. It goes off of his hands and into the hands of Dornicamp. Marcelinho Huertas dribbles left, drifts in and banks in another one, and the foul has been called as well. Chance for a 3-point play. And he was looking for Dion to roll to the basket. That's what he was talking to him about after the high pick. And you can already see perhaps that Marcelinho Huertas also transitioning towards a career in coaching, the way he is so far the floor general out there, talking to every player about what they should be doing, where they should be doing it. He completes the 3-point play. And here is Francisco. Francisco, one of the most exciting players in the Basketball Champions League last season with Manresa, also a France international. That's how good his performances were. And the dump, and nobody goes up and blocks the shot. So Radonov, another basket for him. He's got 5. Dornicamp tries to make the passes, hands up on defense, batting it away. Now Davis goes all the way right at Dion, and the whistle blows, and the foul on Moussa Dion, and it's not a bad start for Peristeri. Davis a little long with his first attempt. This Peristeri team shot it pretty well from the free throw line. In their first game, 84%. They were 11 of 13. Davis made his first 2 attempts as well of the season. Dion, his pass intercepted. Francisco. And Radonov. And a charge called on Proc. Proc calls the charge, rather. So Radonov can't stop making mentions of his name. He's either scoring or fouling. There's Marcelinho Huertas. Salim whips the pass down low to Moussa Dion, and he puts it up and in. Nice team play. But Radonov does have 2 fouls. Bear in mind, he's in the left corner. Here he is coming in from the left corner and makes the layup. Marcelinho Huertas right at the left elbow. Now the pass going back to Denman, and Marcelinho reaches in and is whistled for the foul. So in fact, it's on Dornicamp. Dornicamp picks up his first. Now Vidaretta talking to Dion, and Shermanini comes in. So the gloves finally come off for Tenerife. This will be a different look defensively that this Peristeri team will have to go up against. Well, Francisco doesn't care. He puts it up from 3-point range. A little bit of a step back action against Shermadini. Marcelinho hands it off, and he's fouled Shermadini by Denman. They run that play probably 10 times a game, so it's something that Peristeri are acutely aware of. Shermadini misses with his first attempt. Does make the second. It's one area of his game that he needs to work on. Shermadini shooting about 54.5% on the season. There's a drive in the basket by Denman. Denman goes right at Sasu Saline and able to power his way up for two. Fittipaldo, who's in the game, gets it over to Saline. Fittipaldo pulls up and strokes it from the stripe. And great anticipation and good hands from Fittipaldo with the steal. Here's Saline. He's tired of messing around, but he misses. There's the offensive rebound and put back from Dornekamp. Or no, excuse me, Abramitis. Those two clean-cut Lenovo Tenerife forwards. And there he is with the putback. And that leads to a timeout for Peristeri.
Relax. Offense, look. Offense, look. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look, hey. 1, 4, 5. Go. Go until here. Go here and go for a Leo. If nothing happens, come again for pick and roll. Okay? Okay? Hey! No slip. Everything's free. They playing white. Hey, we in a bonus.
So Spanulis holding his players to account for not getting the offensive rebound. And some changes have been made for Peristeri as Dimitris Moraitis checks into the game. So it's Davis, Justin Kasalakis, Moraitis, and Francisco who's got the basketball. Davis gets in the paint. And they crash the boards, and it's Shermadini that knocks it out of bounds. So Tenerife winning this competition in year 1. It's hard to believe that we're already in year 7. But again, they won it in year 6. Always competing for this title, this Lenovo Tenerife team. Saline sits down. Jaime Fernandez comes into the game. Francisco back outside, the three-point shot. So Davis, it's not just about going to the basket for him. He can stroke it. He's got 4. His first 3 of the game. Good Good dribble by Fernandez, and I don't know if he got that to go, if Sherberdini scored with a putback. I think it was the latter. That ball is kicked. So 14 seconds will be put on the shot clock. This was Fernandez. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, it was Sherberdini in the end that did get the deftest of touches to knock it in. Quick pass to Francisco. They tried to get a layup, and well, they get the next best thing, a foul called on Tenerife. So Francisco is going to the free throw line, and he is lively. So Francisco makes his first. And a good high arcing shot for the freshman. Gets the second as well. Sherberdini down low, passes it back outside. Fernandez. And he puts the lob up at Sherberdini. Oh boy, that was a lesson on just throw it up near the rim. And your big fella's going to get it. And another whistle blows as Peristeri drive. It's going to be Moritas that goes to the line this time. Well, it's not been a great free throw shooting night. 3 of 5 now for Peristeri, 3 of 5 for Tenerife. Here's Moritas' second attempt. And Greco National makes that one. And Peristeri up 23-17. You'd have to think that Coach Vitoretta not going to be too pleased with the amount of points his team has given up in this first quarter. Pass tapped out by Casalacas. Jones Sastre, good shooter, can also put it on the deck and get to the basket. Got to keep an eye on him. Oh, nice shifty move, Fittipaldo, but a good reach by Justin to force the turnover. Shakur Justin, look at that. And, ooh, it was close. Francisco explodes, gets it to Johnson, and he travels. Boy, look at him. Yeah, just a little bit of a shuffle from Shakur Justin. Sastre over to Sherberdini, and Abramitis hustling in. Good Rebound in the end by Justin. Shot, final seconds ticking off the clock here in the quarter. Three-point shot is good. How about that? So Moraitis with a three ball right at the end of the first quarter, and Peristeri right on track for what they want to accomplish tonight. They lead it 26-17 over Lenovo Tenerife. Here it is again, just before the game clock expires. Well, Peristeri 4 of 5 from deep. Tenerife, they want to launch a lot more than what they have so far. Just one, which they missed. That was a rush three from Saline. Tenerife 7 of 11 inside the arc. So here's a look back at the first quarter highlights. And while we do look at those, Radanoff leading the way with 7 points. Francisco has 5 along with an assist and 2 rebounds, 3 assists to go with his 2 points for Mira Balan. And both Denman and Davis have 4 points. And Marcelino Huertas, who is the kind of the assist king in the Basketball Champions League, 5 points and so far a couple of assists. So he needs 3 more to become the all-time assist leader in this competition. 3 points have been scored by Shermadini, who came off the bench and played just under 5 minutes. So the Tenerife in danger of falling even further behind. There's Peristeri getting to the rim, missing, but Johnston goes up for the putback. He misses. He follows it up again. And just a little bit more fire being shown, a little bit more desire by Peristeri, and the extra effort gets them to three-pointer, and they extend their lead now with the Casalacas three-pointer to 29-17. Fittipaldo counted from the Uruguayan international. Now it's the turn of Francisco to step back and hit another three. It's his second step back three of the game. And Chus Vidareta sees, I think, exactly what we all see. Just a little bit more effort coming from the team wearing the yellow tonight. So he's going to try to nip this in the bud. Let's go down to the bench.
Yesterday, I was talking about prepare this game next Sunday. Vamos a apretar y también acaba solo. Ya no hemos venido preparados. Pase franco en ventaja, pérdida. El balón picado no está aquí, Joan. Ya, no puede ser. Vamos a dar un balón más tenso. Estamos jugando contra un equipo que juega duro. Que van al robo, os hemos mostrado los vídeos. Estamos jugando blando. Aaron juega skip pass, lo tocan. Cada pase es un drama. Tío, jugamos una para que vayas al mate y haces una bomba. Esto era para un mate. Step 0 y mate. Bomba. Without nobody. ¿O nos ponemos las pilas? ¡Vamos!
Well, this is the type of stat that will send shivers down the spine for Vidaret, and I'm pretty sure this is why he called the timeout. Peristeri with 9 rebounds, 6 of those on the offensive boards. And Tenerife have 3 rebounds in total. Hey, look at that. Talking about legends. Theo Papaloukas in the house, everybody. One of Spanoulis' former Greece national team teammates and one of the all-time greats. The man that was coming up with so many assists against the USA back in 2006. And, of course, he pulled that miracle comeback, pulled off the miracle comeback against France in the semifinals of Eurobasket 2005. So this is definitely the place to be. Three-point shot, and the three-point shot is good for Tenerife. Stroking it from deep was Jaime Fernandez. Well, that player always looks ready. He's got 5 points coming off the bench. Good, strong move, and look at the defense offered by Abramitis. SWAT of Kasalakis' attempted layup. We've already seen a different Tenerife since that timeout. Radonov gets on the baseline now, gets it to Justin, and good answer from Peristeri. And now a foul down low as Radonov and Justin try to compete with Shermadini. Oh yeah, that's an unsportsmanlike foul on Shakur Justin, holding on to Shermadini. They're not even going to go and look at it. So that'll be 2 shots and possession for Tenerife. Real opportunity. First one is good for Shermadini. You can see Savas Camparides, one of the assistant coaches for Peristeri over there, telling Justin, hey, no shirt tugging out there. You know that stuff goes on all the time. So the deficit back to 10 points. Now can Tenerife get even closer? Huertas back in the game, gets it over to Fernandez, another three-pointer, and tonight it looks like Jaime Fernandez may be the Tenerife player that's stepping up to the plate, forcing a timeout by Spanoulis. Let's go down to the bench. Well, first let's take a look again. Marcelino Huertas finds Fernandez. And the second three-pointer of the night for Jaime Fernandez.
And that will go double fish. Miro, keep shot one. Bravo shot. Bravo, shot now. Let's go. 52. White and blue.
Meanwhile, Marcelino Huertas, as we see Spanoulis barking some orders at Kasalakis. Meanwhile, Marcelino Huertas now with 4 assists on the night. So one more and he becomes the Basketball Champions League's all-time assist man. He's now tied with Dusan Djordjevic, the veteran point guard of Ostend. Djordjevic, unfortunately, not able to play right now while he's injured. And say it's a pretty safe bet that Marcelinho will be, by halftime, the leading assist man in BCL history. Now driving in and scoring is Francisco. Well, can you say jump out of the gym? Because that's what he does. He has got some springs. 10 points for Sylvain Francisco. Don't you know that Manresa fans hated to see him go? Now the pass whipped over to the corner. And powering his way up is Cook. Look who's in the kitchen. Well, they could use some offense from him as well. Three-point shot, and that is a nice answer from that man right there who has been absolutely sensational tonight. Radonov with 10 points. Both he and Francisco have been carrying the load offensively. And now Fernandez loses control of it. Good defense offered by Francisco. In fact, it was Kaselakis that reached in and hit the ball and forced it to go off of Fernandez's leg. Radonov again. Couldn't make the pass that he wanted to Belan, but Miro Belan is fouled. And I could be wrong, but I think that's Barousis over there as well, checking out the action. And that was the foul. Not on the shot. Francisco for three. Oh boy, you have to really applaud that young man the way he has come out. Excuse me, that was Denman? I thought it was, no, sorry, that was Denman. Francisco's actually gone out of the game, and here's Denman again. And just like that, the lead goes back up to 15 points. What a test this is proving to be tonight for Lenovo Tenerife. Marcelinho. And cool as you like with a soft jumper. Peristeri tonight playing like they are taking no prisoners. They're going for the jugular here in the first half. Radonov in the corner. Back out to Poulinidis. His pass over to Denman. Now Devin Davis powers his way in. Boy, strong move for Devin Davis. Well, there's definitely an element of physicality, athleticism that makes this an impressive Peristeri team and a real good idea of what they want to do. The whistle blows the foul on Marcelinho. And there's no question about it right now. The best team on the court is this Peristeri team. A lot of credit has to go to Spanoulis for getting his team ready for this huge game tonight. He is looking the part over there on the bench, isn't he? Calling the shots. First season as a head coach. Poulinidis, entry pass. Bilan loses it as he goes up against Diang. Good defense from Moussa Diagne. Marcelinho spins his way up the floor, crosses midcourt. Not often we say Tenerife are trailing by 15 points, but they are, and there is Marcelinho doing everything he can to keep his team within touch. Another basket for him. He's got 9 points. There's Denman missing it from deep, and Dornkamp with the rebound. Marcelinho again. So far, Sassu Saline has not been a factor at all, and I think that really what this game is crying out for is both Cook and Dornkamp to really start to assert themselves. From a physicality standpoint, Dion goes out, and so Francisco comes back into the game for Peristeri. And with 3:54 remaining, Chus Vitoretta standing and watching, and well, if he's mad tonight, he's not mad at the referees, he's mad at his players because they haven't come out with the requisite fire needed for this game. They have to look at themselves in the mirror at halftime. Here's Cook, quick pass down low, pump fake, and Shermadini goes up, and they're going to count it. What a play from Shermadini, wisely weighted, and then as the leg of Justin dragged across his back here, look at this. He went up, and they called the foul, and Sassu Saline helped the referee by saying, and one. Polishing off his referee skills. So here goes Shermadini with another chance to get it back to a 10-point game. He misses. We've talked about his free throw woes. Came in shooting 54.5% from the line, and that continues. He's had a couple of misses tonight. Denman. Oh, the pass got away from Shakur Johnson. Now, quickly on the break, Elgin Cook strong with the ball, goes up and follows his own miss a couple of times. He just wanted a couple more rebounds. And that's what they need from Cook. Denman for three. Great effort. Battling away for the rebound. Davis. You can't take any issue with his hustle out there. He is getting after it. Bounce pass into the corner. Now it goes. Cook for three, and not even close. Francisco saves it inbounds to Davis. Look at him handle the ball well, but Shermadini reaches in, able to get his hands on it. And now Cook back up to Saline. And Davis has been a real beast out there, really not giving anything away defensively. Into the corner to Dornkamp. Now Davis is on him, and great defense by Davis, really forcing Tenerife into a tough shot. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Peristeri up by 9. Denman. Look at him pass the basketball around. Francisco open. Oh boy, he is electric. Sylvain Francisco. The Francisco kid does it again. 49-37. They are piling on the agony right now. Here's Saline. Oh, great block. And actually, it's going to be a late call, a foul. The attempted three. So here it is again. I thought it was clean at the time. And, I mean, it was great defense. He might have got him a little bit on the follow-through on the hand. But if there was one message, oh boy, Denman has complained about it and been hit with a technical. Emotional discipline. You've got to have it. Here it is again. Salim goes up. I mean, it could be a tough call on Denman. It looked like it was a pretty good block, but you don't want to say anything to the referee in protest. But Spanoulis has to be excited. Okay, so now Spanoulis has been hit with a technical foul. So the technical on him. So 3 free throws and the technical on Spanoulis and not on Denman. Well, somebody that knows a thing or two about three-point shooting is Spanoulis. And he will have had no problem identifying the biggest three-point threat in this game in Salim, because they have not given him any open looks tonight. So Salim, let's see if this gets him going. That's his first point of the game. And the Susiyengi makes the second. Could be a big moment of the game for Tenerife. They were reeling a little bit. If that goes the other way, they could have problems. So that is now 3 free throws. Okay, so he took the technical free throw and made it. So this is now going to be his 3rd free throw. And indeed, they capitalized big time. So they get it back to an 8-point deficit. Francisco, the elevation, gets it out to the wing. And Moritas misses, but Dion is called for the push. Musa Dion just hands the ball back politely to the Turkish referee. Kasalakis going up against Dion. Ends up taking a tough shot, and he makes it anyway. Kind of fading little jump hook. To the ball, though, whips it now down low. Musa Dion. Maybe losing his composure just a little bit here. Musa Dion. Francisco whips the pass down low. Bilan. And the foul called. Salim puts Bilan on the free throw line. Let's look back at the pick or screen that was set by Dion. Francisco went down, and Miro Bilan gets that one to drop. So Bilan goes 1 of 2 with 30.9 seconds remaining. Peristeri up 11 and should get the basketball back. With about a 6-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Good anticipation, almost getting the steal, and that could create an opportunity. Houston hustles back. And look at that, the hustle, that's stealing it away. Here goes Sylvain, lays it up and in. Sylvain Francisco has been utterly sensational tonight. There's Shermadini going to the other end, and he is fouled by Houston. If Peristeri play this hard, this well, for the rest of this group campaign. It's hard to see them not at least getting to the qualification for the round of 16. But honestly, folks, they look tough. They look focused. They look ready. And Shermadini, at least for Tenerife, makes another one. But don't forget, there's 4.8 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time. Plenty of time for Peristeri to get the ball down the floor. So substitutions made. Huertas doesn't want to pick up a third foul here. Devin Davis over to Moritas. He's got space. He puts it up. He banks it in. What a finish and what a half of basketball for Peristeri, pouring in 57 points on the defending champions. At halftime, Peristeri lead it. Again, here's Moritas. He had just enough time. The bank is open late on Tuesday in Athens, and he makes a deposit. 57-43, Peristeri on top of Lenovo Tenerife at halftime. Just 4 3 attempts for Tenerife, 10 of 14 for Peristeri, and boy, did Tenerife have their work cut out for them in the second half. 17-7, the rebounding advantage for the Greek team. 9 offensive rebounds. They are absolutely taking it to the team from the Canary Islands. Francisco, quite possibly, has been the best player in the game. 15 points. But it has been a team effort for Peristeri against Tenerife. Well, Radonov really got things going, but then right when this man checked into the game, Francisco, it was like, look out, I'm taking over. Just like he did on so many occasions for Manresa. Only Francisco, you get the feeling like he is the main man here in Peristeri, playing for the legend, Spinoulis. And one advantage you have to give this team that has traveled to play tonight from Tenerife, this team has a lot of experience, and it's going to be interesting to see if they react, because they have really had the wood laid to them tonight. Shermadini coming off the bench, playing almost 11.5 minutes, does have 9 points. And Marcelino Huertas does have the 5 assists, so he did, in fact, become the all-time assist leader in the Basketball Champions League, surpassing Dusan Djordjevic. Marcelino now with 363 career assists. So again, he is the all-time leading assist man in the Basketball Champions League. But that matters very little with respect to this game, because this game is being really dominated. I got to pull out the D word and say it's being dominated by Peristeri. And yeah, I mean, credit to the players, because they got to put it together on the court. But it's the coach's responsibility to get them ready, and a man that has played in so many European club competitions over the years, Vasilios Spinoulis, knew exactly what buttons to push before this game. He has got his team ready, and they are flying, leading by 15 points at halftime. Well, we talked about his assists, Marcelino, but he's also his team's leading scorer at halftime tonight. Marcelino coming out and Both he and Shermanidi, in fact, each have 9 points. 8 points have been scored by Jaime Fernandez. But really the most interesting thing is this Tenerife team, they have just not allowed them to have any good looks from three-point range. They've attempted 4 three-pointers. It's almost as if they said, we're not going to let you take threes. You're going to have to take tough shots driving or from mid-range. And no surprise, Francisco is the top scorer, the leading scorer for Peristeri with 15. He's 3 of 3 from deep, 2 of 2 inside the arc. And it's not just the fact that he's scoring points, it's the way that he's scoring and with so much moxie. And this guy was fired up to play against Tenerife tonight. So Francisco with 15, and his team leads 57-43 over Lenovo Tenerife. We'll be right back for the second half.
With the three-point try after the steal, didn't get it. He's got time for another now. Chance to run the clock down a bit, but they'll want to score. Alley-oop! Oh, and what a time for it! Ragland, what a great tee-up.
Oh, to make a mistake. Oh, good recovery from TJ Shorts coming from behind to block it out of bounds. Great play.
Douglas for 3. Oh, the former Houston Rocket has fired his team to victory, surely. Worth another look, isn't it?
Skyler can flatten the opposition. Where's number 1? There's Kratzer. And then Kratzer has a look at Flatten. Well, look at this. A little bit of anger in this throwdown. Almost a, how dare you try to block that? Yeah, there was definitely contact.
Well, the behind-the-back pass. Oh, Matt's got a fish. That is BEA, beautiful basketball. That's a bit of Greek magic. Evkaristo and Matt's.
$57-43, Peristeri on top of Lenovo Tenerife here tonight in Athens, and it has been a masterclass performance by Vasilis Spinoulis' team, and it's really exciting watching one of the all-time great Greek and really European players call the shots, make that transition from a legendary playing career to now coaching. And you can see that he's really enjoying it over there on the sidelines, looking at his different plays and looking at the stats and talking it over with his coaches. And I mean, that was the most convincing first half of basketball against Tenerife that I've seen in a long time. It's going to be fascinating to see if Peristeri can keep pouring it on against this Tenerife team, who have not yet come out of the locker room. And I know that Truce Vitoretta will not be happy that his team has traveled all the way to Athens to put in a first half performance like that against V-Span. But really nice lineup led by Sylvain Francisco, who has the 15 points. Justin coming out and lending himself to that low post. Some great defense, really, by a lot of players. And as good as they were on offense, you know, I think what was most impressive about Peristeri was their intensity and their commitment to play defense in that first half against Tenerife. So Francisco, perfect from the floor. He's 5 of 5, including 3 of 3 from deep. He's got 3 rebounds, he's got 3 assists, and he has 2 steals. He's plus 23 efficiency and far and away the best player on the court right now. The next highest efficiency on the court is Marcelinho Huertas at plus 11. Well, the last time these teams played back in 2019, 2020, when Tenerife won it, they actually had some of the players in the team now, including Huertas, Marcelinho Huertas, Aaron Dornicamp, Sharon Medini, also Saline, Sergio Rodriguez, Fran Guerra. But it has been a different Peristeri team that they have encountered tonight. Yeah, so they had none of the players in this team that lost twice the last time. Let's go down to the bench and listen to Coach Spinoulis.
Let's go, man. It's time to go nothing. We play 5. 3-5 and another, okay? 1-4-5. We start real well. They are experienced here. We play
So Chus Vidaret a little bit hot under the collar as he talks to his players before the start of the second half. And when you're down 15 points at halftime, if you don't come out and react immediately, this game could be over right at the start. But looking back at Francisco, so he's got 15 points right now at halftime. He averaged 11.8 last season. He did have some games where he went off against Hapoel Jerusalem. He had 22 and 23 points in those two encounters. But he is shooting it with confidence. He shot it about 31.1% from deep last season. And remember, he is perfect tonight. Let's see if Tenerife are going to be able to get some defensive stops. And if they're able to start knocking in some three-pointers. Second half action is underway here in Athens, where Peristeri lead at 57-43 over Tenerife, the defending champions. Denman has the basketball. Into the corner it goes. Devin Davis fouled by Dornekamp. Marcelino Huertas just says, "You're not going to stop this," to Moraitis. He just takes him to the basket. In fact, that was Poulianitis that he took to the basket. That was the block from Dornekamp. Yeah, it was Poulianitis that was trying to guard him. Here's Davis. This time he decides to go inside and nowhere to go. Great defense. Chus Vidaret letting his assistant do the coaching right now. Good defense by Shermadini. Still with 5 seconds left. Important sequence. Denman puts it up from deep. That's off to the left. And it looks like the basketball hit the rim. And you can hear the Peristeri faithful shout their displeasure, thinking that it had gone. Look at this. It definitely hits the rim. Oh, no, it did not. It did not hit the rim. It hit the backboard. Oh, no, from that angle, it looked like it did hit the rim. It shook. So in the end, it was a good call, and a 14 on the shot clock. Here's Bilan. And much more active defense being offered by Tenerife. Looks like Marco Justo, that's off the bench right now, calling the shots for Tenerife. A little bit of empowerment being offered by Chus Vidaret, leaning into it again. And this time, Marcelino Huertas unsuccessful. Poulianitis. Radinoff goes in. Strong follow. Bilan, and he's fouled. So Radinoff, who had 10 points in the first half, goes to the line. And there's just a toughness to the play of Peristeri that you simply have to admire against this Tenerife team. And if you're Tenerife, well, you can pretty much expect it's going to be like this. You're the defending champs, and you hail from Spain. Patrick Caminos, the Supremo of the Basketball Champions League here watching tonight. Caminos has to be admiring the play of Spinola's Peristeri, up by 14 points. Saline from the right corner off the back of the iron. Good box out by Rabanov, but Dornekamp able to get the basketball. And, well, I was just about to say Cook maybe got a little too deep there, but he was able to get the basket. Bounce pass to Bilan. Pilonidis for three. And they continue to win the battle of the boards. Radanov getting in and scoring with the putback. So 14 for him. And Pilonidis called for the foul on Marcelinho. Just 9 rebounds in the game credited to Tenerife, 20 for Peristeri. The ball passed, goes through the hands of Shermadini. Denman pushes it the other way. Radanov misses a layup. They stay with it, and look at that. Another trip down the floor where they just absolutely drilled Tenerife on the boards. Marcelinho pulls up at the elbow and gets it to drop. And it's back to 14 points. The margin. Still a long way to go, but you break it down very simply. You have to be able to rebound. And that's where Tenerife have to take care of business. Pilonidis again for three off the back of the iron. Look at the hustle for Radanov and getting the basketball back. And Dornekamp needs to control himself there. Doesn't want to kick the ball. Kazilakis back into the game. Denman. Over to Davis. Another offensive rebound. I mean, this is astonishing. Miro Bilan missing with the jump hook, and Cook flies in for the board, but 16 of their 25 rebounds are on the offensive end. Peristeri. 3-point shot from Fittipaldo, not there. Now an offensive rebound for Cook. And thought he was going to go back up with it, but Devin Davis took it away. Fittipaldo reaches in and knocks it away, gets it back. Shermadini, nice give and go with Fittipaldo. Fittipaldo actually has got that toughness to his game tonight, which suggests he is a good fit for this contest. Look at that, reaching in, knocking it away from Francisco, then the give and go, and he scores. Another foul has been called. This is Dornekamp, fouled by Kazilakis. So they call the unsportsmanlike. Stopping the fast break. And he misses the first. He'll get one more. And the Canadian makes the second, so it's an 11-point game. Abramitis comes in for Dornekamp. Abramitis, remember, coming back to the club this season. He was with Malaga last year. He was in that Tenerife team that won the title in year one. He played 10 minutes in the first half and had just 1 rebound and a block to go with his 2 points. So Chus Vidareta giving him a second chance here. Saline for 3. Good hustle. Shermadini beating Justin to the rebound. Now Fittipaldo. Matched up with Francisco. Gets it back over to Shermadini, who goes old school, misses badly with the left-handed hook. Kaselakis gets in. Oh, and 2 free throws coming. No, excuse me, Moraitis, not Kaselakis. So in fact, the foul called before he shot the basketball. So he'll inbound it right over there in front of the bench of Tenerife to Francisco. Bounce pass. Justin back outside. Moraitis. He hit that 3 right at the end of the first half. Did Moraitis. Saline getting absolutely zero space, having to get rid of the basketball, and Cook fortunate to pick that one up. Saline leans into one and gets his first 3-pointer of the game. Well, it's not how he usually takes them. He leaned into one and he got it to go, and it's an 8-point game. And Kaselakis is injured. And you know that Spanoulis fully understands there's a reaction that could be coming here from Tenerife. There could be no drop of intensity as Kaselakis goes out of the game. Radonov back in. Francisco. And the ball gets away. Oh boy, they tried to pass it around. There's Radonov for 3, and somebody has, looks like a foul called on Tenerife. He just simply cannot get the ball, and when they do, they turn it over. Dion goes out. Radonov on the deck now gets inside and just powers his way up for 2. 2.01 meters in height. That's 6 feet 7 inches. He looks bigger than that, to be honest. Nice bounce pass, and the finish by Cruz, checking in for his first minutes. Francisco to the other end, and he's fouled just as he puts the ball up. That foul is on Saline. Michael Proch says 2 free throws for Francisco, who's got 15 points. Couldn't miss anything in the first half, but he's missed this one. There's Kaselakis. I think he realizes he's injured himself. Hopefully it's not too serious, but it doesn't look like he's coming back into the game. Ooh, dangerous pass. Saline, open, good. He just needs a little bit of daylight. And Sasu Saline has cut the deficit to 6 points. 2 3-pointers in this third quarter. Bounce pass knocked away. Good job by Fittipaldo. Saline gets it back to Fittipaldo. Now Saline again. Over to Fittipaldo, the Uruguayan, who brings it back outside. Cruz, little jump hook in the lane. I think if you're Cruz, you want to be going to the basket so at least you can get a foul and get to the free throw line. And there is Justin going in, and he is bumped and fouled. Oh yeah, that was a hard foul by Cook. Great atmosphere in Athens. As Justin goes to the line, Salim goes out to catch his breath. Shaka Justin, the second, and misses. Played at UNLV, American College Basketball, also played at Oregon. Now his game of basketball has taken him to Greece. Fittipaldo missing there. The putback, no. Cruz is going to pass it back outside. Abramitis for three. And now a technical foul has been called on Chus Vidoretta. So Denman takes the technical and makes it. Goes back to an 8-point advantage. Part of you wonders if Vidoretta wanted to get that technical to get his team fired up. Now the drive, and oh boy, that was a tough finish from Denman. Boy, they're just taking it right at Tenerife, going back up by 10 points. Fernandez back in the game, looking for space. And great defense yet again by Davis, who is just sensational on defense. And Denman just so strong on that drive, you know. Davis might have gotten away with a little bit of a chest bump. But even so, second time that Fernandez has lost the ball driving to the basket. Turnovers apiece. And Radanoff has it stolen. Nope, he is fouled by Dornekamp, who thought he had the quick hands and had the steal. Who hails from Serbia, goes to the line. Alexei Radanoff misses the first. He's 24 years of age. Takes his time and makes the second to stretch the lead back to 11. Well, long way to go, 11 minutes, but Peristeri, who were being challenged there, saw their lead cut to 6 points, but they have answered nicely. Fittipaldo has his pass kicked by Francisco. Looks like Fittipaldo and Abromaitis not on the same page. Shermanini back in, hands it off, Fittipaldo. Fittipaldo had a chance there when Francisco slipped over. Now he puts it up from mid-range. Number 6 with the 3. Francisco not quite the same force in the second half that he was in the first. But Dittman has picked it up. He misses, however, and another chance for Tenerife. Tenerife trying to take it down to about 7 seconds, and finally a foul called on Peristeri. They've got another one to give as well before they're over the limit. Now Tenerife can get a little bit of momentum here if they can get a basket before the end of the quarter. Huertas, Marcelino Huertas back in. Saline also going to check in. So Tenerife do not have a pivot on the floor. Pulianides comes back into the game as well, number 11 for Peristeri. Fernandez to Marcelino. Marcelino, ball goes off of Pulianides' left foot. No, they've called a foul. Well, I think Marcelino is fortunate that foul was called, but still 4.1 seconds left. Quick pass. Here's Saline for 3, and that's how the quarter finishes. Well, Tenerife outscored Peristeri 19-14 in the third quarter, but Peristeri still lead it 71-62. A little bit better from three-point range for Tenerife, but Peristeri, you feel like still have control of the game. And really the biggest stat in the game for my money is the rebounding. Well, you talk about the defense of Peristeri, which has been terrific, but also the rebounding. As we look at the replays, the rebounding, 17 of their 29 rebounds have come on the offensive boards. Tenerife have 16 rebounds in total. And you talk about second chance points, 23 second chance points for Peristeri to 8 for Tenerife. So when you make a commitment to hit the boards, to rebound, good things happen. Well, there he is, folks, the all-time assist leader of the Basketball Champions League. He needed 5 coming into tonight to surpass Dusan Djordjevic of Ostend, and he has done just that. Marcelinho Huertas tonight with 5 assists. He'd like to get a few more here to help his team as they try to claw back a 9-point deficit at the start of the 4th quarter. Peristeri have been terrific, although Tenerife did outscore them in the 3rd quarter. Jaime Fernandez, long. Denman rebounds and runs. Francisco whips it. Denman for 3. Well, that's just terrific. Denman playing with such control tonight. 15 points. He's been so tough on the drive as well. And Marcelinho Huertas almost having it taken away by Denman. 3-pointer. Fernandez missing it for the 2nd time in a row with the offensive rebound. Abramitis. And Marcelinho Huertas, well, didn't know if he was going to pass it or shoot it. In the end, he was able to float and make it to get it back to 10 points. And the beauty of Marcelinho is even on a night when he is not just the best player in the court, he is still getting it done. 15 points, 5 assists. And Radanoff, another easy one for him. Boy, he is almost a revelation out here tonight. 19 points. Marcelinho gets it to Shermadini. Great defense from Miro Balan. Devin Davis quickly to the other end to Balan. And Miro Balan sends Tenerife back over to the bench. Their coach calling a timeout. As once again, Peristeri go up by 12 points.
Solo a este tío cuando estaba en poste bajo teníamos una opción con Gio y ya está, y el ex-out en el triple, y Gio blando no, softy total, this finish. Elgin, cambias a Tim, Elgin por Tim, Sasu cambia Jaime.
There he is, Theo the legend, Theo Papaloukas, checking out the action. Telling friends and family, hey, this is how I used to do it. I used to get out there and wheel and deal. Look at Vasilis, Spanoulis, getting it done himself. We saw Spanoulis, we saw actually Papaloukas as well at the FIBA Eurobasket in Berlin. He went to watch Greece play. So just under 8 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. Saline back in the game. Marcelinho behind the back pass intended for Cook. It goes off of Radanoff. Boy, nothing is coming easy for Tenerife. Dornicamp. Well, on this evidence, Peristeri are a better team than Tenerife. Now, you have to say that Tenerife maybe weren't ready to go from the off for whatever reason. But Peristeri were. They've come out and they have established themselves as the team to beat tonight. Still time, but Peristeri looking tough, up 14 points. Dornicamp again for 3, and this time gets it to go. Shot clock winding down and driving in, and there is the follow. Miro Balan off of the Francisco miss. That's what they've done all night long. They haven't just settled for bad jump shots. They have driven to the basket, and there is a foul called in Balan, so a chance for a three-point play for Shermadini. Boy, just another excellent drive by Marcelinho. Shermadini, 33 years of age, the 2.16-meter center, goes to the line and makes the free throw. So indeed, it's a 10-point game. Still time for Tenerife. But it's the same old thing. They've got to start boxing out. They've got to limit those opportunities of Peristeri. And is not able to control the basketball before it goes out of bounds. The drive and the ball batted out. Nope, it's going to be a travel on Marcelinho, who wanted a foul called. And frustration boileth over. And I didn't see a foul there. Well, Marcelinho's team down 10. Emotional discipline. Losing it a little bit, so that puts Denman back on the free throw line. And Denman, as cool as you like, makes the free throw. 17 points for Denman. He's perfect at the line as well tonight. .70. Excuse me, 16 points for Denman. Here's Denman again. Puts it up. And this time, some good fortune for Tenerife as the ball bounces off the rim and over the backboard. Saline drives in and somehow got that to go. Looked like he kind of rushed his shot. Didn't attempt to use the backboard, but he got some help from the backboard and it goes in. And once again, it's a 9-point deficit. Into the corner, shaking and baking, and almost left it in the oven too much. Too long. They're going to keep possession at this end. Marides comes back in for Poulinidis, and timeout has been called by Spanoulis. Let's try to listen in on the Peristeri bench.
play stop. When I intercede 4, 5, 3. So, normal top. So, normal top. Here, if they press, go to help, flat the ball. And we play pick and roll. After 4, after the screen, you go here. Pick and roll, you go here. Okay.
So Panayotis Vasilopoulos over there behind the bench as well. He's one of the assistant coaches for Peristeri, and you have to say, with so many Greek legends, you know, friends of Spinoulis here to watch this game, they really seem to Peristeri to be a club that are very interesting to watch, with important people pulling for them. They tried to make the pass almost a turnover. So I'm not sure they started the shot clock in time. Is that what it was? So 11 seconds on the shot clock. Francisco has it. Tries to explode into the lane. Back to Radonov. Oh boy, Radonov just keeps on getting it done. Drives in. He's got 21 points. Davis trying to guard Dornekamp. Here's Cook. And Cook puts it up. Oh, and they're going to call the charge. Look at Radonov. Even when it's awkward, he still is able to make the basket. Yeah, that is a great call by the referee. And the thing is, with 4:40 remaining and the 11-point lead, ordinarily you would say that's plenty of time for Tenerife to come back. But this 11-point lead for Peristeri feels more like a 16, 17-point lead. It is tough making inroads into this deficit. Francisco, well, left his feet without knowing what he was going to do with the basketball. Played much better in the first half than he has in the second, Francisco. But it hasn't really cost his team. Aridas picks up the personal with 4:14 remaining. Salim. They are not letting him have any space. Here he is. He's forcing one up. He still gets it to go. Oh, Salim, you got to give him credit. I mean, the threes that he's taken tonight are rushed. He's under pressure, but he's still knocking them down. This is his third three of the game. Francisco back to Moritas. And Looked like Ballon might have got away with coming over the back. Saleen again, and that time well short. He's now 3 of 8 from three-point range. Maybe a little too eager to put that one up. 5 more threes have been made. Make it 6. After that, from Devin Davis. That is a 6-point swing with Saleen's miss and Davis's make. Huertas, now he misses, and you feel like Tenerife's chances are drying up. But what you don't want to forget is that every second counts here, because you never know. I mean, it might come down to a goal differential situation to decide first place between these two teams. So in other words, if Peristeri go on and win the rest of their games and Tenerife win the rest of their games before they meet again, well, that was Cook. Looked like he might have gotten away with a foul. If they both win, then it could be a situation where the head-to-head determines who wins the group and goes straight to the round of 16. So you need, if you're Tenerife, to cut down on this goal differential as much as possible, or this margin. And meanwhile, if you're Peristeri, you want to play hard to the end, make it as big a victory margin as possible. Francisco brings it back, hands it back off. Radonov, who's been sensational. Fittipaldo looking for space. They get it down low, and the foul called on Radonov. I tell you, if he is not giving away much in terms of size to Shermadini, but he's only listed at 6'7" or 2.01 meters in height. Shermanidi takes his time, gets it back to a 10-point deficit. So it really is imperative for Tenerife to try to cut into this deficit as much as possible, even if they don't win, in view of the fact that they could end up needing to win a goal differential tiebreaker against this Peristeri team. If they want to try to clinch first place or get into the qualification for the round of 16. The play-in, as we say. Houston checks back in. 12 on the shot clock, 1:43 remaining. Still work to do for Peristeri, but they have been mentally strong tonight. Francisco explodes, hands it off, and there is the layup. Great drive, great recognition. Houston goes up, well-coached team. Fittipaldo takes the foul from Radonov. Look at Francisco. This time he knew exactly what he was doing. He drew Abramitis to him. Abramitis gets another 3 to go, and back to a 9-point deficit. And Peristeri appealing for a foul. It's not going to be called, so it's a 9-point game. And Spinoulis has 1 timeout remaining. He doesn't want to leave them in his back pocket. He wants to use them. Let's listen in.
We are great, look. Fourth side, and you go here. So, 4, 3, 1. Pass to 4, send off. Pass to Marcus, attack the legs of him. And Zach, from here, follow everything, bounce pass, or pass to the corner for shot. Guys, in defense, don't go to share. 1-on-1. Are we ready to finish the game? Go! Very hard, guys. Very hard.
Spinoza calls timeout. Let's listen in.
1, 6, 5, 2, 4. You go here, David. 6, you go here. Marcus, you go here and back. Side or pass inside the middle. Whatever happens, go through.
Well, coming into this game, Lenovo Tenerife #1 in Igor Cherkovic's power rankings on the Basketball Champions League website, championsleague.basketball, and Peristeri at #5. So that was all you need to know about how competitive this game was going to be. But you have to say that Igor is certainly going to have Peristeri leapfrog Tenerife after this performance. They have been sensational tonight. And now with a chance after the offensive foul called on Abramitis against Francisco, they have the opportunity to go even further ahead. Well, Denman doesn't wait around. He takes the three. Now they've left a little bit of time. And a foul called, and not a good play on Devin Davis. So Dion will have a chance to go, Cook will have a chance to go to the line and make some free throws to cut that deficit down to 5. And you wonder how that might play again down the road. Well, Cook off target with the first free throw. Every point in every game matters. And he misses both. Can you believe it? So a disappointing finish for Tenerife. They had a chance to get a couple more points off the deficit. Spinoulis goes and shakes the hands of Chus Vidareta. That was the story right there. That man winning his biggest game so far of his young career, and it's going to be a good one, folks. His team wins it 88-81 over Lenovo Tenerife. Well, interesting decision tonight to bring Sherbedini off the bench and to start with Dion. And look at Vasily Spinoulis. It goes without saying that these fans, they love Peristeri, but they are really backing Spinoulis. They are here to watch this team play, and Peristeri, having just beaten the champions, the defending champions of the Basketball Champions League, get a signature win here early in the season. And this is only going to fill their self-belief. It's going to help it grow. It's a team that has a real identity of toughness, of crashing the boards. Numerous players able to step up. 12 threes for them tonight, 5 more than Tenerife. And that was the difference. That and the fact that they played really tough defense. They didn't turn it over. Look at the rebounding. The rebounding, for me, was the story of the game, and those second chance points scored by Peristeri. Radanoff was sensational with 21 points. Francisco, 15 of his 16 points scored in the first half. Denman was solid. Well, Marcelino Huertas became the Basketball Champions League all-time leading assist man tonight. And when he got his 5th assist passing Dusan Djordjevic, or breaking a tie, he came in tonight trailing Djordjevic by 4. But Huertas finished with 9 assists. But I dare say that he'll be in the post-game press conference. I understand he'll be there. Yeah, he'll be happy that he got it, but it will be of little significance to him because his team lost an important game on the road tonight. Chus Vidareta, his team just did not look nearly as strong as the last time that we watched them play. Saline finished with 15, Marcelino Huertas 17, 13 for Sherbedini, but he's got to get more production. Does Vidareta from Cook, from Abramitis, and from Dornicamp. That 3 really stands out to me as 3 players who have to produce. Jaime Fernandez did have 8 points coming off the bench, but Denman was just solid. I mean, he was rock solid tonight. Both he and Francisco with the 16 points, a combined 11 of 23 from the floor, and a combined 5 of 12 from three-point range. They both got to the free throw line. Francisco did have the 5 assists. Devin Davis was really the best defender out there tonight. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, a steal. Just a real tough player. And, well, Tenerife, if they think that they're going to have it their own way, they came in with a 12-game winning streak in the Basketball Champions League. That is now a thing of the past. Of course, that goes back to last season when they won the title. And Peristeri came out ready to rumble tonight. Look at them. They're up at the top of the standings in Group H, 2-0. Lenovo Tenerife now 1-1. And Ritas Vilnius and Ofek Dis Herzliya both playing each other as well right now. They came into their games at 0-1, and Herzliya up by 5 points late at home over Vilnius. So Peristeri win it 88-81 over Lenovo Tenerife. Vasily Spinoulis, he was a heck of a player in his day for Greece and for his numerous clubs. It looks like he's going to be a heck of a coach as well at the helm of Peristeri, getting the signature win tonight over Lenovo Tenerife. Peristeri win it 88-81.